Welcome to Around the Peninsula. I'm Katusa Corporal Minkyu Bay. Starting off the day with a normal routine of checking emails and making rounds. This commander is far from ordinary. Army Sergeant Edwin Pierce shows us why.
I love this thing. I'm Captain Kevin Lothar. I'm the commander of Charlie Company BSTB. We are the only combat engineer company in the Korean Peninsula. Right now we're stationed on Camp Hovey and support the 1st Armored Brigade Combat Team. My parents told me that, I wanted to play something, and they said violin or viola, and I told them violin, and I was 6 years old, so I probably didn't even know what a violin was at that point. So all of a sudden, here I was a kid, and I was playing. And my parents were pushing me through it. It was great. I think I played out of my mind. I feel like I have a little bit of amnesia because I don't remember the performance at all. You just go out there, and you just get into this fluid state of mind where things are just happening, and it just feels good. That's my zone. For me, I get up on that stage, it just brings a huge smile off my face. Every time I think about going up there, every time I think about what I'm doing, I love it. It gives me so much energy when I'm up there. So, that's for me, that's my high, and I love it. So find your high.
Captain Lothar also enjoys doing street performances and showing his talents to people in places like Hongdae. Soldiers band themselves together in the process of solving mutual problems and helping each other. Army Sergeant Keith Burkhart shows you how soldiers can be won through the Warrior Challenge.
Soldiers from all over the Korean Peninsula gathered at the K-16 Air Base Athletic Field to compete in the first K-16 Warrior Challenge Cup. 13 teams, including the Gamblers, joined the competition. The Gamblers participated in the challenge on behalf of K-16 HHC 22 Assault. For them, it was a great opportunity to exert teamwork not only within their unit, but also with other soldiers.
I participated today to show support for the community and to get all the soldiers involved. And it's a esprit de corps, so it brings everybody together within the battalion and the other units that are here.
The Gamblers started the competition by racing with sandbags and continued the course through several hard obstacles. Although they faced difficult challenges, the Gamblers strived for victory and finally set the fastest time, taking home the winning trophy, grand prizes, and a sense of accomplishment.
I think it's going to be the beginning of a long history of 2-2, showing everyone here in Korea how good we are.
The Warrior Challenge tested the Gamblers' strength and reminded them of the importance of working together.
It's a great team building thing. I'm actually new to HHC and 2-2, and this was a great opportunity for me to come out with some of my cohorts, get a little sweat together and do a little team bonding.
Army Sergeant Keith Burkhart, K-16 Air Base, Korea.
ROK soldiers also participated in this challenge and got the opportunity to compete with U.S. soldiers. A trip down memory lane can bring back old emotions. Senior Airman Christiana Scott stands in the place where one man's trip changed his life 60 years ago.
60 years after being a prisoner of war, Arden Rowley stands on the bridge that led to his freedom.
Very emotional. When you think 60 years ago, came across this bridge in Russian Molotov trucks with all of us in the back of those trucks, still in the blue POW uniform. It was sure good to get rid of that thing. Put on a good old fatigue uniform again.
Rowley came to Korea in 1950 beside 2 million other Americans to fight against communist aggression. But unlike many of his fellow soldiers, he spent most of his time in captivity.
If there was any torture, there was mental torture. They didn't torture us physically because they tried to convince us that communism was great. You can't beat a guy half to death and convince him that their way of life is the very best thing for humanity. And they finally stopped after about 16 months. They discovered that they were doing more harm to their cause than good because we were absolutely fed up with what they were trying to teach us and told them just what they can do with their communism. They can, put it where the sun doesn't shine.
Looking back at his experience, Rowley can only feel proud to be a part of history.
It's one of the strongest alliances that have ever existed in history, is this alliance between the United States and the Republic of Korea, and it's great. It's a great feeling to know that I was a part of helping literally, I think, saved the country from communist aggression. All you have to do is look at that Lights of the World, that map. You can see the difference.
Senior Airman Christiana Scott.
I wish I could walk out into the middle of this thing.
Joint Security Area, Korea.
Rowley spent a total of 33 months as a prisoner of war. It takes a special occasion to bring the leaders from different branches together. Petty Officer Chris Church explains what drew their attention.
With a 13-gun salute, the new general takes charge of Marines in Korea.
I'm excited to be here. I've worked Korean plans in the past, and it's almost like coming home again. We're very happy to be here, excited to be part of this team.
Major General Owens already has high hopes for his Marines.
My first message to the Marines here is I am here to serve. I'm going to give you my best. I'm going to give you 100%. I expect the same of you, and I look forward to the next couple of years working together side by side with our Rock brothers.
Changing command feels wonderful because of the team that I see coming in. I do not believe there's a more qualified Major General in the United States Marine Corps than Little John Chris Owens and his lovely bride, Rita.
Well done. Continue the mission.
While Major General Regner leaves, he has memories to take with him.
I would just like to say that the best service members and most loyal families get the opportunity to come to Korea. It's one of the best kept secrets, I believe, in the Department of Defense. And my wife Mary and I have thoroughly enjoyed this opportunity to both strengthen the alliance and take care of our families while deployed here. Thank you, Kamsamida, Kapshida, and Pilsung. Certain victory.
Reporting from Yongsan, Korea, I'm Petty Officer Chris Church.
Major General Christopher Owens comes to us from the 3rd Marine Expeditionary Force in Okinawa, Japan. Warmer weather brings a few airmen out to the pool. Air Force Staff Sergeant Will Bracey went to Kunsan Air Base, where airmen used the base pool for another reason than just swimming.
Airmen carry projects to the pool for a boat regatta competition. Everyone lines up at the starting point to see which team will win and which teams will sink. The security forces boat dumps its passengers early. But that doesn't stop the defenders from competing with the fire department, the civil engineering squadron, or the force support squadron. The civil engineering squadron, nicknamed Red Devils, comes in first, but another team makes a surprising discovery.
Hey, they got styrofoam in there.
The officials talk about the situation and come up with an answer. The Red Devils and the force support squadron will face sudden death, where the last boat still floating wins. While airmen try to sink the boats, another secret is revealed.
Get a shot of that! That's not a part of the core values.
The force support boat also had styrofoam to keep it afloat.
I haven't seen something this bad since I watched Piranha 2 and 3.
As airmen clean the pool of ship debris, Technical Sergeant Freddie Jones gives the results.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, we have our winners. Despite the atrocities that took place. In first place, FSS, here you go. All right.
In total, there were 4 boats, 3 that stayed afloat, 2 made of styrofoam, but only 1 winner among them. Air Force Staff Sergeant Will Bracey, Kunsan Air Base, South Korea.
The Boat Regatta was just one of the events airmen enjoyed, along with the Home Run Derby, the annual 5K Fun Run, a bowling tournament, and a Chiefs and Eagles softball game. That was your Around the Peninsula for Thursday, July 18th. From all of us at AFN, enjoy your evening.
Coming soon. Know what to do. Don't park in low-lying areas. Drive slowly in rain. Monsoons are serious in Asia.